As I stepped into the grocery store, the fluorescent lights hummed overhead and the bustling aisles seemed to stretch endlessly before me. I had always been a bit anxious in crowded places, but today was different. As I made my way down the first aisle, a wave of unease washed over me, tightening my chest and quickening my breath. It felt like a heart attack was looming, my heart pounding in my ears, drowning out the ambient noise of the store. The voices of other shoppers became distant echoes, lost in the chaos of my racing mind. With each passing moment, the panic grew stronger, like a storm building inside me. Sweat trickled down my forehead, and my hands trembled uncontrollably. My stomach and chest muscles tensed up, constricting as if in the grip of a vice. Thoughts raced through my mind, threatening to overpower me. I felt trapped, as if the world around me was closing in, suffocating me. Panic surged through my veins, my body screaming for an escape. People passed by, oblivious to the battle raging within me. They carried on with their shopping, unaware of the silent turmoil that consumed me. I wanted to cry out for help, to find solace in the presence of another human being, but my anxiety had taken away my voice. As I stood frozen in the middle of the aisle, a sense of defeat threatened to overtake me. But deep within me, a spark of determination flickered. I knew I couldn't let anxiety win. I took a slow, deep breath, forcing myself to focus on the present moment. I reminded myself that this was just an anxiety attack, that it would pass. With shaky steps, I reached for my phone and dialed a trusted friend's number. Their voice, gentle and reassuring, cut through the fog of fear that clouded my mind. They reminded me to breathe, offering a lifeline of support. Together, we practiced grounding techniques. They guided me to identify 5 things I could see, 4 things I could touch, 3 things I could hear, 2 things I could smell, and 1 thing I could taste. Slowly, the grip of anxiety loosened, replaced by a sense of calm. Anxiety still lingers in the corners of my life, but I now know that I have the power to overcome it. With support, self-care, and the resilience that lies within us all, I am no longer a prisoner to my anxious thoughts. I have learned that even in the darkest moments, there is always a glimmer of hope, waiting to guide us back to the light.
I want you to know that you're not alone. Anxiety is a common mental health condition that affects millions of people around the world. And while it can be serious, it doesn't have to control your life. In this video, I'm going to share some of the best anxiety coping mechanisms for beginners. These are techniques that you can use to manage your anxiety and live a more fulfilling life. But first, we need to understand how anxiety develops over time and how it gets triggered. Anxiety is a normal and often healthy emotion. However, when a person regularly feels disproportionate levels of anxiety, it might become a medical disorder. Anxiety disorders form when a person regularly feels disproportionate levels of anxiety. These disorders alter how a person processes emotions and behave, also causing physical symptoms. Mild anxiety might be vague and unsettling, while severe anxiety might seriously affect day-to-day living. When we feel anxious, our brains go into fight or flight mode. This is a natural response to danger, but when it happens too often or for no reason, it can be a sign of an anxiety disorder. In the fight or flight mode, our brains release a surge of hormones, including adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones cause our heart rate and breathing to increase, our muscles to tense up, and our blood pressure to rise. This is all in preparation for either fighting or fleeing the perceived threat. If we're not actually in danger, this surge of hormones can make us feel anxious, shaky, and on edge. We may also have physical symptoms, such as a racing heart, sweating, and nausea. Anxiety disorders can develop over time, and there are a number of factors that can contribute to their development. Genetics. Anxiety disorders can run in families, suggesting that there may be a genetic component to their development. Life experiences. traumatic, or stressful life events, such as abuse, neglect, or the death of a loved one, can increase the risk of developing an anxiety disorder. Brain chemistry. Anxiety disorders may be caused by imbalances in certain brain chemicals, such as serotonin and norepinephrine. Personality traits. People who are shy, introverted, or have a tendency to worry may be more likely to develop an anxiety disorder. Anxiety disorders can be triggered by a variety of things, including stressful situations. Anxiety disorders can be triggered by stressful situations, such as public speaking, taking a test, or giving a presentation. Certain places or objects. Anxiety disorders can be triggered by certain places or objects, such as heights, enclosed spaces, or crowds. Certain thoughts or memories. Anxiety disorders can be triggered by certain thoughts or memories, such as past traumas or negative experiences. Medical conditions. Some medical conditions, such as thyroid problems, heart disease, and diabetes, can cause anxiety symptoms. Medications. Some medications, such as steroids and cold medications, can cause anxiety symptoms. Anxiety triggers can vary from person to person and can even differ from situation to situation. What might trigger an anxiety attack in one person might not have the same effect on another. For some, it could be something as simple as public speaking, while for others it might be a certain smell or sound. It's important to recognize that anxiety is a personal experience, and each person has their own set of triggers that can cause their anxiety to escalate. These triggers can be unpredictable and can occur at any time, even in seemingly harmless situations. That's why we compiled and prepared the best coping techniques for whatever situation you may find yourself in. Whether you're facing overwhelming stress, navigating through challenging times, or seeking ways to find peace in a chaotic world, our carefully curated collection of coping techniques is here to support you. From grounding exercises that anchor you in the present moment to mindfulness practices that promote relaxation, our aim is to equip you with effective tools that can empower you to overcome anxiety and regain a sense of calm and well-being. Deep breathing. Taking slow, deep breaths can help regulate your breathing and calm your nervous system. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a few seconds, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. Repeat this pattern several times to induce relaxation. Deep breathing stimulates the vagus nerve, a key component of the parasympathetic nervous system responsible for promoting relaxation and calming the body. When you take slow, deep breaths, you engage the diaphragm and activate the vagus nerve, sending signals to the brain to decrease heart rate and promote a sense of calm. The science behind deep breathing lies in its ability to regulate the autonomic nervous system. By intentionally slowing down your breathing and focusing on deep inhalations and exhalations, you increase the oxygen exchange in your lungs and decrease the carbon dioxide levels in your body. This triggers a relaxation response and helps reduce the physiological symptoms of anxiety, such as rapid heartbeat and shallow breathing. Additionally, deep breathing helps shift the focus away from anxious thoughts and redirects attention to the present moment. It promotes mindfulness and interrupts the cycle of rumination and worry that often accompanies anxiety. Incorporating deep breathing into your coping strategies for anxiety can provide immediate relief and help restore a sense of calm. It is a simple yet effective technique that you can practice anywhere, anytime, making it a valuable tool for managing anxiety and promoting overall well-being. Grounding techniques. Grounding techniques help you to focus on the present moment and can help to reduce anxiety. There are many different grounding techniques, but some common ones include 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This technique involves focusing on your senses. Look around and name 5 things you can see. Touch 4 things you can feel. Hear 3 things you can hear. Smell 2 things you can smell. Taste 1 thing you can taste. Body scan. This technique involves focusing on different parts of your body. Starting with your head, scan your body from head to toe, noticing any sensations you feel. Labeling your thoughts. This technique involves noticing your thoughts and labeling them as thoughts. When you notice a thought that is making you anxious, simply say to yourself, "That's a thought." This can help you to distance yourself from your thoughts and see them for what they are. Positive self-talk. Replace negative thoughts with positive and affirming statements. Remind yourself that you are capable, strong, and in control. Repeat encouraging phrases such as, "I can handle this," or "I am safe and capable." Positive self-talk is a psychological technique used to manage anxiety by consciously altering our internal dialogue. It is based on the understanding that our thoughts influence our emotions and behaviors. The psychology behind positive self-talk lies in cognitive restructuring, which involves identifying and challenging negative or irrational thoughts and replacing them with positive ones. By engaging in positive self-talk, we shift our focus from self-criticism and self-doubt to self-compassion and empowerment. This technique helps reframe our thoughts and beliefs, fosters confidence and resilience, and counteracts negative cognitive biases. Positive self-talk influences our emotions and behaviors, leading to a more optimistic and proactive mindset. With practice, positive self-talk becomes a habit, shaping our overall well-being and helping us better manage anxiety. Positive self-talk can be highly effective in managing anxiety in public places. Let's consider a situation where someone is experiencing anxiety while waiting in a crowded subway station. They may start to feel overwhelmed and self-conscious, fearing judgment from others. In this scenario, positive self-talk can be used to counteract these negative thoughts and regain a sense of control. Using positive self-talk, the person might say to themselves, "I am safe and capable of handling this situation. There is no need to worry about what others think. I am doing my best, and that's enough." By consciously challenging negative thoughts and replacing them with positive and reassuring statements, the person can shift their mindset and reduce anxiety. Progressive muscle relaxation, PMR, is an anxiety technique that involves systematically tensing and then relaxing different muscle groups in the body. This technique works by activating the body's relaxation response and reducing muscle tension. When a person experiences anxiety, their body's stress response system becomes activated, leading to increased muscle tension. PMR aims to interrupt this cycle by inducing a state of deep relaxation in the muscles. During PMR, individuals intentionally tense specific muscle groups and then release the tension, focusing on the sensations of relaxation. This process helps them become more aware of the difference between tension and relaxation. Biologically, PMR activates the body's parasympathetic nervous system, which promotes rest and relaxation. This activation leads to a decrease in heart rate, blood pressure, and respiration rate. Additionally, it enhances blood flow to the muscles and promotes oxygenation, resulting in physical and mental relaxation. PMR also helps regulate stress hormone levels, such as cortisol. By engaging in this technique, individuals can reduce cortisol levels, which contribute to the negative effects of chronic stress and anxiety. Visualization. As you find yourself in the midst of another anxiety episode, take a moment to remind yourself that this is just another wave of anxiety, and it will pass. Close your eyes and begin to visualize a ball residing within your chest. This ball represents the anxiety you're experiencing. The size of the ball corresponds to the intensity of your panic. Initially, your instinct may be to suppress this ball, to push it away. But suppressing it only causes it to grow larger. Instead, let yourself fully embrace it. Imagine the ball flowing through your body, moving with each breath. Feel its presence without judgment or resistance. Now I want you to demand more from the panic, more from the pain, and more from the sensations of anxiety. Allow yourself to fully experience it. As you do, it's natural that you may start to feel even more anxious, as if a floodgate has been opened and the water rushes in. Embrace the surge, knowing that you are facing it head-on. As the anxious sensations reach their peak, you soon realize that if there was something to happen to you, it would have occurred moments ago. But it didn't. The body recognizes that there are no immediate threats, and it begins to process the fear. It adjusts your heart rate, muscle tension, and other brain chemicals, gradually calming them down. Take a deep breath and feel the tension releasing from your body. Notice how your heart rate slows, your muscles relax, and your mind begins to settle. You have allowed the anxiety to run its course, and now you are left with a sense of calm and relaxation. Remember, you have the strength within you to face and overcome anxiety. By acknowledging and embracing it, you can navigate through the storm and emerge on the other side, stronger and more resilient. This technique is called visualization. Visualization is an anxiety coping technique that involves creating vivid mental images to promote relaxation and reduce anxiety. It harnesses the power of the mind to create a calming and positive experience. The psychological mechanisms at play during visualization are rooted in cognitive behavioral principles. By actively engaging in positive mental imagery, individuals can counter negative thoughts and beliefs associated with anxiety. This technique helps reframe anxious situations and promotes a more adaptive and relaxed mindset. Moreover, visualization taps into the brain's ability to create neural connections between mental and physical experiences. When individuals vividly imagine engaging in relaxing activities or successfully managing anxiety-provoking situations, their brain's neural pathways are activated similarly to the actual experiences. This strengthens positive associations and reduces the physiological and emotional response to anxiety triggers. In summary, visualization is a powerful anxiety coping technique that utilizes the imagination to create calming mental images and promote relaxation. By engaging the senses and visualizing positive outcomes, individuals can reduce anxiety, build resilience, and enhance their overall well-being. And that concludes our video. We hope you found these tips helpful in managing your anxiety and finding some peace of mind. Remember, coping with anxiety is a journey, and it's important to be patient with yourself. Don't forget to give these techniques a try and see which ones work best for you. If you enjoyed this video and found it beneficial, we kindly ask you to hit that like button below. Your support means a lot to us and encourages us to create more content like this. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. By doing so, you won't miss out on any future videos where we dive into different topics related to mental health and personal growth.